joined by the defender of Dallas. You know, he's been trying time and time again.
You want to know how many times?
How many times have you tried?
Because I live so close, like 15 minutes from here, and like I don't spend my money. I drive. I mean, I don't really go anywhere, you know. So this has actually been a consistent thing for me going to Shockwave every single week since the 10th one. Okay.
Wow.
So as a result, this is actually my. It's exactly 1 week of a year of Shockwave.
Wow.
So basically, the fact that I finally won is I'm upset. It took too damn long.
And he's humble, too. Okay. The one and only P2B with Gibbous, your Shockwave champion. How does it feel? Tell me honestly, how does it feel right now? I mean,
oh my God.
It went to
really
Game 6, man.
I know. You know, the reason why I went Mewtwo, like when we were on Omega Gamer on, you know, Samus Mewtwo, Game 3, first set. I mean, I've just had such good results as Mewtwo versus heavy characters, primarily DDD. And I know Samus is really floaty, but she's also heavy. So I really wanted to get my signature down tilt, forward air, confusion, forward air combo. But didn't happen, but at least I got a fully charged reflect. And that was that got the crowd.
Yeah, that was a lot of me screaming. I'll be honest, you know, I watch sets like that sometimes, and I get a little salty that I'm not on the mic, but that was one of those sets where I think that it was almost better that I was like screaming in the crowd.
I mean, you know, you would have blown the earbuds out of every person watching.
That's
so it's
true.
a good thing. You saved a bunch of deaf people.
I did save
potentially deaf people.
Yeah, you know, but you know, one moment I think that definitely silenced the crowd. At least the Dallas crowd was when the reset happened. You know, so tell me what was, I guess, going through your mind whenever he was able to clutch out. Game
I was
3.
like, I can't style. I gotta go Greninja all the way. And when he beat me on Battlefield, I was like, ugh, what do I do here? Because I don't like Dreamland near as much, but I guess I downloaded his play and ended up winning anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It's really good. And that was super duper impressive. What was, I guess, like that one critical chunk of information that you garnered in those 6 games that really led to the double 2 stock at the end, actually?
Samus is really, really floaty, okay? And you know what a really, really bad habit about floaty character mains are?
What?
They air dodge a lot, okay? Like, trying to punish Lucas and Ness's air dodge is kind of out of this question. I still remember my set with Austin a couple weeks back. I got down throw to charge up smash, and he went right into it. And, like, 3 times, I missed, even though I got the down throw to up smash read. Like I said, it missed somehow, and I'm just like, he was in the hit. And, you know, when I finally got it, it was the sour spot, and I was like, I didn't care. I finally got it. But like Samus doesn't have the best horizontal mobility that Lucas and Ness have. So punishing the air dodges is a lot easier. The reason why, like, I feel like the double 2 stock happened was because he ended up staying Samus. And I know air dodging is, you know, a bad habit. Like, I do it all the time as Mewtwo because he's floaty and his jump is delayed. That's primarily why Lucas and Ness do it a lot, because they have kind of a delayed jump. Sort of. Lucas not really, but Mewtwo
Right, they don't
too.
have that quick vertical burst movement that a lot of other characters might have.
Yeah, so when I'm Mewtwo, I air dodge a lot, but when I'm Greninja, I jump out of everything. So.
Correct. And we noticed that actually a couple of times. You had a lot of, I guess, buttery up smashes, as Neptune would call them, you know?
And as for the Lucas matches, you may have noticed when he got his Nair on me, I was like using Shadow Sneak in the middle of it. That's actually something that I'm surprised they haven't patched out. That's another, I think it's a bug, but in the midst of like getting hit by any multi-hit moves, or just moves in general that don't do a ton of knockback, you can actually like
Shadow Sneak
out of it, like on the first few frames of it.
Right.
It gets me out of like Sheik's fair chain, but Sheik is so dang fast that she can immediately react and just be like, oh, Shadow Sneak, I'm just going to run up and grab you again. So it gets me out, but it also sets me up for another chain.
I got you. You know, I feel like we could go back and analyze that set for ages, but I think some of the folks on stream might be a little bit more interested to understand who you are as a person. You know, what your competitive gaming background is, if you've been playing Smash for a long time, or if this is your first venture into Smash.
Well, I'm a salty player on Anthers. You know, Anthers made me hate Sonic, honestly. But as for that, I mean, I tried to get into competitive Brawl. The thing is, it's not about the competitive, like, it's not about the gameplay that I like, all right? The reason I main Smash 4 is because in my personal opinion, I know this is going to sound like super scrubby. Like, how did this guy win if this is his opinion? I think the lowest tier in this game is like C+. Okay? And that's one thing I love about this game because every character has a chance. I mean, Grand Finals. We had Mewtwo versus Samus. Everybody has been saying Mewtwo is bad, Samus is bad. We've all been saying that, you know? But it happened in Grand Finals. We're never going to see, like, Melee Grand Finals, Kirby versus Mewtwo. We're never going to see that, you know?
That's true.
And that's the one thing I like about this game because the only two characters in Melee that I like are both garbage. All right, I know DJ Nintendo exists, but Bowser and Mewtwo, I can't do anything in Melee, you know? And when I picked up Captain Falcon for like 5 seconds, I was like, I'm so much better with Falcon in Melee. At least in this game, my Mewtwo is better than my Falcon. Like, I only bring out Falcon in like being stupid in friendlies, you know? Like I'm actually going for Falcon punches and and all that.
I got you. So, you know, let's just tie it back, I guess, real quick to Smash 4. You know, like you mentioned Anther's Ladder, but what was it that made you get to where you are today? I mean, obviously you didn't come into Shockwave 10 and go straight to Grand Finals.
Exactly.
What went into it?
I think it's more so of the fact that, you know, just constantly playing over and over and over, you get better. And, hey, I got a footstool combo on, you know, on his Lucas in the, you know, on, what was it, game
It was on
one?
Gamer,
It was
right?
game one. Game one. No, it was on Town and City.
Oh,
Town and City.
I lost. I was reminder that set. I can't even
At least I'm
remember.
pretty sure. At least I'm pretty sure. But I got, you know, I got the footstool combo, and I had learned those on the 3DS on the way to TGC 5, where I had my insane Trella upset. But, you know, that's when I realized, even though he kills really early, Lucario does really well against Ryu. The Conquest was a lie, guys. You know what? Just because I'm talking a lot and I talk a lot, that's just me. Just because I want to let you guys know, because it's something about me. My favorite game of all time is actually not Pokemon related. It's RPG still. It's a tie between the first two Paper Marios.
Great games.
Yeah.
Great games. Dude, we just
my
became homies, man.
my favorite thing to do in Thousand Year Door is I get up to the locked door at Hooktail's Castle, where if you open the door, it's like the large zoom out onto the gray outside, right where there's a shine sprite right there. Once I get that shine sprite, I'm like, all right, time to turn around and go to the Pit of 100 Trials.
Oh man.
And go through it twice. And get back up to Hooktail at level 30.
But that's what it's about when it comes to getting that slow, steady, constant improvement, is putting yourself through the gauntlet over and over and over again. Being able to learn
you know,
every single
I mean,
time.
you know, like I said, I've been to Grand Finals 3 times, and don't ask me why I remember. Shockwave 38, 54, and 55, okay? All of those was on the loser side. This time it was on the winner side. And
you ended up in losers at the end.
yeah, it was actually pretty reminiscent of my first tournament victory. There were 9 people, which obviously is not that big of an achievement, except when you consider that Karna was there too. Karna got 3rd. Guess who brought me to Game 6 in Grands?
Probably Squid.
Jason.
Jason, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jason's actually really difficult for me.
When he has tempo, he's one of the scariest players in there.
Oh, he really is. Fox is just a tough matchup, in my opinion.
Oh,
Because, I mean, a lot of people in the Greninja chat have been discussing that Greninja goes pretty much even with, like, every character. Unless it's either... I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, he's got the Shadow Sneak Escape. He's got speed. Because we all know that it's all about frame data and speed to make you a good character, okay? Greninja's really fast, which is why I feel like he goes pretty even with a lot of characters. But that's basically it. He doesn't have any blatantly, you know, yeah, he's going to win this matchup, or no, he's losing this matchup. Except for Jigglypuff.
Right.
He kind of craps on Jigglypuff.
You know,
to be
I
honest.
feel like I could talk with you about Greninja all day long, but you know, it is definitely getting a little bit late. Do you
Really?
have any
Well,
shout-outs?
I gotta know. I gotta know.
Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give to any folks at
Yeah, it's
almost
2:20.
2:20
It is
a.m.
2:20.
in Plano, Texas?
Thanks, Mom, for letting me come here. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You do
Like I
donate
said-
your tournament winnings, don't you, to your mom?
No, I don't actually. I kind of keep it for myself and just use it for the next time I come here. But I do have my insurance I gotta pay, which like, yeah, that's
Right.
the joys of being an adult.
The
Except
joys
I'm
of
only
being an
19.
adult, except he's only 19.
Yeah,
Funny fact around-
everybody like in the chat for a while I've been seeing so many rechat comments saying like, how old is this Gibbous guy? 19. All right, guys.
19.
Midsummer is my birthday. All right.
Midsummer's his birthday. Well, Gibbous, I want to say congratulations once again. You know, you've worked really hard. I feel like as long as I've been casting at Shockwave, you've been competing, and it's great to
It
see
is, like I said, you know, I've
Yeah.
been here coming consistently since the 10th one.
and it's
alright?
great to see you grow to this point where you are.
I still remember Shockwave 11 was the worst one I ever had. It was immediately losing to Blink when he still had Greninja, and almost losing to this Zero Suit. I think it might have been Goshi in Losers Round 1, then losing to Critter in Losers Round 2. And I was like, well,
That's life.
that was it. And now look at me. You know, I win. Out of nowhere, I win the biggest one out there.
He's good. The biggest one out
Yeah,
there.
the biggest Shockwave out there. You know, 130.
And one of the biggest weeklies, I think, period. But I don't know what the
Yeah,
biggest Smash 4
I'm pretty
weekly
sure.
might
I'm pretty
be.
sure it's Xanadu.
No, Xanadu had 128, actually.
Well, yeah, exactly. But it like consistently has had like it averages out to have an average that's a bit higher than Shockwave. At least
Sure,
as
sure.
of late, though, Shockwave's numbers have been going really far up.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
And I'm hoping that with stories like yours, Gibby, so of players coming in so new and so fresh and able to grind it out and climb all the way to the top, that we'll have an influx of new players as well. So, like we said at T-Lock, our motto is watch, learn, and compete, and we would love to see the folks at home start competing. But
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, hey, if you're really the Pokemon master, how come you don't play Pikachu? Because Pikachu's like the god tier Pokemon in this game. Well, you know, it's that try-hard mentality that I have when play Pokemon myself. Even if you give him a Light Ball, he's still pretty bad. You know? In real talk though, like I just like find all of the Pokemon that I play, Charizard, Mewtwo, Greninja, Lucario, they're all cool. And then you have Pikachu, and it's just like electricity is a cool concept, but he's a mouse and he's everywhere. You know, and when you see a mouse in real life, you think, how did it get in my house? Followed by, where did I put my mouth trap?
well, I hope we get to see you everywhere. Gibbous, everybody.
All right. Wait, I got to end it off with like this. The winner is P2P with Gibbous.
Oh man, that was a great Xander. That was a great Xander.
I actually want to go into voice acting as a career.
I got some peeps who you might be interested to talk to. Real talk. I got people everywhere. But
Sounds great. But
I think
voice acting is definitely what I want to do.
oh yeah, I can see you being great at it. But enough. with
Blood on
all
my
this.
life, blood on my, blood on my knife, blood on my leg, get down!
What an insane tournaments here
Yeah.
at Shockwave. It's about to close. We're about to close it out, I suppose. See you, Space Cowboy. And keep it
And,
locked on T-Lock. We'll see you next week. Am I just holding this awkwardly? I think I just might be. I think I just might be.